Hello, my name is Richity, and welcome back to episode 15 of the Create Academy server. Now, in this episode, I'm planning on doing some more creation creating, and not just making a farm this time. I want to make a giant mining machine. Unfortunately, I am sort of limited in the amount of drills I can use, but I actually had 49 mechanical drills, which is the max I'm allowed to put on a contraption. I don't know, I can't remember what I had these for, but I had them, so I'm going to use them in this episode to create a big mining contraption. Usually in something like this, I would probably use a minecart contraption, but I think today I'm going to try and make it using a train instead. It might not be the most efficient thing, but I'm hoping it'll look pretty cool. And then I'm going to also make a system so that it can unload all of its materials back at the factory and store them in vaults. So I might get started on the storage in here as well. But anyway, I'm going to get started on building this thing. I've already got a few of the things I need for it. I think I'm probably going to lean mostly into the sun metal blocks. But yeah, I guess I'll probably flatten this area out and then start working on it. I think it'll be pretty interesting because I think I'll make it so that I can have like a ton of mine shafts leading out of it. And then I can even use the train to get to places I want to get back to. But anyway, let's get started with it. Alright, so here it is. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super happy with the design right now. I think the actual, like, carriage part is fine, but I really didn't know what to do with the drill. I think I'll probably edit it if I figure it out. But yeah, it's not the greatest looking drill. But I definitely wanted to give it that, drill shape, which, obviously, since each one is an individual drill, isn't going to look the best. It would be cool if you could have larger drills, but unfortunately, you can't. But then on the inside, it's pretty small. I've got a ton of storage here. As you can see, I've done a little bit of mining just to test it out. I didn't go too far. I think I went until I ran out of tracks. But anyway, you can like sit in this seat and use the controls right up there. There are some deployers down here. These three are placing blocks right in front of the drill, so that in case it ever comes to I think there's actually something right over here where I can show you what I mean. If it ever comes to like a pit like this, it can build right over the pit. In fact, I'm gonna go get some more tracks and then kind of show you how that works. And ideally, also, I can just build like tracks that go off to the sides, and then the drill, I can also make more shafts for the drill. And eventually I will finish up this, but I need more blackstone for the platform. And then also something I did was I built an elevator stop right here at the level of the mining town, as it was kind of annoying having to jump off the elevator before it got all the way to the bottom. Oh, and one more thing I do need to add is I'm going to need to add a andesite funnel so that I can send all of the blocks and ores from in here into the factory. But for that, I'm actually going to need to build the storage. So once I'm done showing you guys this, I think I'll start on that. And for the time being, I think I'll use Tom's Simple Storage. I'm not actually sure if this server is ever going to update to Create 6.0, so this might just be where it ends, or where the storage ends. Like, I might not ever actually increase it more than that. As there was actually a announcement that I missed on the Discord server that the Create Academy server, is only going to be running for another 5 months. So I think I'll keep going until it ends, but then once it does, we'll have to say goodbye to the series, I suppose. Anyway, let me show you how well this thing works. I might need to move the track placing deployer sometimes though, at some point though, because sometimes it works kind of weirdly, and it will make a ramped rail rather than a straight one, which obviously is going to be trouble. But as you can see, it's bridging over this gap as it goes and drilling through any blocks it comes across. And I also want to test something out that I haven't gotten to test quite yet, to see if I can actually branch off. So I'm going to back this up a bit, and then ideally, if I just like, I'm gonna need to mine a bit, I guess. I tell you now, if I hold right as I'm moving towards this wall, the driller should start moving on that way. Yep, first it's just gotta turn, and then it'll, well, it's gotta drill some blocks, and then it'll turn, hopefully. Although, yeah, it's not the most efficient in actually drilling all the blocks when it's turning, so I'll have to clean it up a bit. But anyway, if I ever need resources, this should hopefully, or if I ever need ores and, deep slate or anything like that, this should hopefully work to be able to get those for me. But now I'm gonna just bring this back to the platform, and then I'll start making the storage system. Alright, while I'm up here with all my storage, I decided that I'm going to just start crafting all the stuff that I'm going to need for the Tom's Simple Storage. Mainly that's going to be the crafting terminal, the inventory connectors and cables and such. So I'm going to get those crafted, and then also a lot of item vaults. I'm going to need a lot of them. And then I'll start putting it all together. Alright, so I just set it up really quickly. I definitely did not make enough item vaults. I definitely don't need this much, I don't think. But I wanted to make a ton anyway. I think I'm going to have 2 layers of these two, which are just going to be 6 blocks long, obviously 3x3. So 3x3x6. And I will have like a catwalk going up to a second layer of them. I really don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the space, but I'm sure I'll find something. Probably once I have a ton of farms bringing their items into here, then the space will get filled up pretty naturally. But yeah, so this works basically just like any storage mod. I can put stuff... I cannot put stuff in. So I actually need to use these rather than these. I still need to figure out exactly how this works, but I guess you only need one of these inventory connectors, and then you just take the inventory cable connectors, connect to it, and then every inventory that you have connected will work, but you can only use one of these blocks. So now I have a full storage system. I guess it would probably be smart to just start moving everything in here, right? I don't even know if this has enough storage. I might need to craft. This might be much less than I thought. But if it's not enough, I think I could fit 3 layers in this area, so I think I'll go back up and craft way more vaults and get this place all storaged up. I'll probably also craft some andesite catwalks. That way it'll look nice having more layers. I have just made the discovery that this entire room is actually 18 blocks, which means it's even. And if you know anything about building, you know that's not good. So I'm gonna break down one layer of this wall. I mean, I guess it can be good, but like, for my purposes, it is not good. And there it is. The storage shelves are complete. I kind of went with this sunmetal frame design because after placing the vaults on top of the catwalk, I realized that this catwalk wouldn't realistically be able to hold the vaults. So I thought it would be cool to add these shelves, and I actually think it really added a lot to it. I haven't gotten quite enough item vaults to fill it up yet, but I'm not exactly short on storage at the moment, so I think I'm just gonna hold on that for now, and I'll just get to that when I have a chance. I think for now, I'm gonna fill in the interior really quick, like finishing the walls, filling in the holes, and finishing the floor and such, and then I'll move on to the next project. Alright, and there we go. So the warehouse is technically complete now. As I said, as I add more things, this will probably end up filling up more, but I actually really like where it is right now. I think it kind of looks a little bit messy, as a warehouse should, you know, in kind of that warehouse way. And this right here is just the export from the drill that I said I would make. I have this brass funnel right here. That's just making sure that it does not remove the tracks from in here. I know I got a few resources. I don't know if I'm gonna end up automating these or not. I may just bring them upstairs or whatever, in order to actually process them. As unfortunately, the 6.0 update is not coming to the server, but there is actually a new season coming today. As you can see, when I hopped on this morning, and there was also an announcement yesterday that said the next season is starting, which, as you can see, is going to be the last one, which makes sense. The server's ending in 5 months, and this will give people plenty of time to really climb the leaderboards for this one. I don't know how much I'm going to do in terms of climbing the leaderboards, but I do plan to make a much more efficient farm for this one than I did for my prism farm. That one's still... let me go check how that one's doing right now. But I'm pretty sure that one is still, it's made like 2 prisms. Yeah, 2 prisms in here from this farm. As you can see, it's trying to do something, but the glooplins just aren't coming in fast enough. Now, I think that's actually a good place to end this video for now, as if I tried to fit in the farm making for the season item, as the next season starts in only a few hours from now, the video would end up being much too long, and I don't really want to make a video that's too long. And this way, you're going to get the video on time. If I added more to the video, then it would definitely come out a week or 2 later. I'll try and get the season farm video out soon, but I think that will indeed be the next video. And then after that, I'll probably do another Vault Hunters video. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching this one. Next one should have much more in it. And thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye!